Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. Today, we finna react to forgotten MTV shows from the 2000s. This should be interesting. Off rip, like forgotten, off rip. The Spider-Man show would be one. The Spider-Man animated show would be one. Damn. They used to have a show. They used to have a show on. They used to have a basketball show on here, but that only got like one season, and then they never brought it back. It was like a basketball tournament show. I remember it too, but we'll see if it's on here though. But anyway, so without further ado, let's get right into it.
For every one of the shows on MTV that gets renewed for multiple seasons, receives countless spin-offs, and seemingly never stops airing, there have been dozens of series that are either canceled after one season or achieve multiple seasons only to be completely forgotten.
Oh, I forgot about Yo Mama. Yo Mama. But then again, Yo Mama, that went on for like 3 or 4 seasons, didn't it? So I don't know if you could say that was forgotten if it got like 4 seasons. I'm pretty sure everybody remember Yo Mama. And then there was the spin-off of Pimp My Ride where they was doing it with like racing cars and stuff, and they had the cars racing each other and shit. That show didn't last very long. I think that show only got like 1 season. I do remember Yo Mama though. Yo Mama was actually, it wasn't funny, but there was a lot of people who are famous today that was on that show back then. Oh, I think there was another show. It was like a dating show called Next. It was a dating show called Next. And I think Kevin, damn, what was homie name? Kevin. I think it's Kevin Edwards. Yeah, homie, yeah, the OG Kevin Edwards was on that show, bro. He was like, damn, you was ugly anyway. She eliminated dude. He was like, damn, you was ugly anyway. Yeah, bro.
Episode, we're going to cover a few MTV shows from the 2000s that you probably don't remember, but absolutely deserve a second look. Starting off with Celebrity Rap Superstar. Celebrity Rap Superstar was a twist on the popular series Dancing with the Stars. The show involved taking actors, athletes, and musicians and pairing them up with an established rapper who would become their mentor. The show's announcer was radio personality Liz Hernandez, and the main on-screen host was some guy named Kevin Hart. I don't think he really did much after this. But the list of celebrity contestants on this show was just so damn representative of the time. You had Shar Jackson from Moesha, the Parkers, and the all-time classic Good Burger, Sebastian Bach, former lead singer of the band Skid Row, gossip blogger Perez Hilton, Countess Vaughn, who also appeared on Moesha and the Parkers, Kendra Wilkinson from the Girls.
They had actual musicians on here though. What? That's not fair.
Next Door, former Atlanta Falcons running back Jamal Anderson, Jason Waller from MTV's Laguna Beach, and last but not least, Efrain Ramirez, who played Pedro in another all-time classic, Napoleon Dynamite.
Well, for Pedro,
that still exists from this show range from slightly entertaining to just completely unbearable. Pretty much every performance on the show was a cover of an already released hip-hop track. But there was one episode where each of the contestants performed an original song, and the only clip that still exists from that episode is this one where Sebastian Bach does his best impression of Kid Rock.
Got a whole new, remarkable, brand new sound. I came on stage and without any doubt, I knocked each and every one of you mothers out.
The general format of Celebrity Rap Superstar was eventually recycled by everyone's favorite late-night host James Corden in the form of a recurring segment called Drop the Mic, which was then adapted into a TBS series of the same name. But as far as Celebrity Rap Superstar goes, Shar Jackson was the winner of its first and only season, and based on the few clips that still exist from this show, I think she definitely deserved it. She recorded one song after the fact, but never really pursued a rap career beyond that. The same cannot be said about second place winner Kendra Wilkinson, who never quite abandoned the hip-hop lifestyle.
So what about Countess Vaughn? So who beat Countess Vaughn? Because Countess Vaughn is actually talented. So who beat her?
It's the place to be, y'all. Put your hands in the air, cause Kendra's here.
Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Come on, man.
That shit is fucking trash, dog. Get the fuck off the airwaves.
be mom of the year. I said,
Twerk! 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 Twerk!
If there's one show that absolutely no one has forgotten, it's MTV's Punk'd. Between its original run with Ashton Kutcher and 3 separate revivals, this show amassed 11 seasons and 94 total episodes. But we're not talking about Punk'd today. Instead, we're talking about Ashton Kutcher's other very short-lived prank show, You've Got a Friend.
Hey, yo.
Making its debut between seasons 3 and 4 of Punk'd in October of 2004, MTV's You've Got a Friend was a hidden camera prank show that took a contestant and paired them up with an actor who would pose as their new best friend. Over a 48-hour period, the contestant had to convince their family and friends that the actor really was their new best friend. Meanwhile, the actor wrecked the contestant's life by embarrassing them in a number of ways. If the contestant was able to make it to the end of the 48-hour period without giving up or revealing the truth to their friends and family, they won $15,000. Every episode opened up with the contestant sitting down for lunch at a restaurant with their actual friends, at which point the fake best friend walks in and says,
Well, hello, stranger. How are you doing?
which signals to the contestant that this is the actor they've been paired up with for the remainder of the episode. Some of the contestants on this show really did seem like they were on the verge of a mental breakdown, but some of them clearly played up their emotions for the camera. That being said, all of the actual actors on the show posing as the contestant's friend came from an improv comedy background, so they were more than capable of keeping things entertaining. I don't remember seeing this on MTV when it first aired, but apparently it had a decent following. It was only canceled because Ashton Kutcher wanted to devote more of his time and attention to Punk'd, which was already one of MTV's biggest shows during that era. The next forgotten MTV show in today's video is the short-lived Trick It Out.
This was supposed to replace Pimp My Ride. Where
The show revolved around
they fix up the cars, then they race them, and then whichever car wins gets the money. So the first thing you had to do was, I think you had like a deadline. I think you had like a 2-week deadline to fix the car. And then after them 2 weeks, if your car wasn't up to par, you was automatically disqualified. Or you just had to go in there with what you had. Like if your car just wasn't up to par, then you had to race against the other team, and whichever one won got the money.
around taking 2 identical cars, handing them over to 2 different auto shops, at which point each shop would upgrade and modify the vehicles around a specific theme. The vehicles would be judged at the end of the episode, and the shop that won got to keep both vehicles. Seasons 1 and 2 of Trick It Out were hosted by RJ DeVera.
I thought they raced. I thought they raced the cars after that. I thought they were trying to appeal to the racing, the tuner mod, the tuner underground racing scene. I thought they raced the cars. Then again, Mandela effect. I could have sworn they raced the cars.
AKA the dude in the first Fast and Furious movie, seen playing Gran Turismo in his Honda Civic. Sway Calloway narrated the first season of the show, but was replaced by Becky O'Donoghue from American Idol for the second season, who also stepped in as an on-screen co-host. But Trick It Out aired its final episode on September 2nd, 2007, and there was just no way this show was getting a third season. After Pimp My Ride wrapped up in late 2007, MTV abandoned anything and everything related to car culture and just turned into the My Super Sweet 16 channel. Ironically, the next forgotten show in today's video was also canceled during that same time, MTV's Yo Mama.
Yo, mama.
The period of time between April 2006 and December 2007 marked a brief moment in American history where we as a society were able to set aside our differences and come together to crack jokes about each other's moms in a McDonald's parking lot. A lot of shows come to mind when I think of MTV during the mid-2000s, but Yo Mama probably represents that era better than anything.
Yes.
The show was both created and hosted by Wilmer Valderrama, making this the second MTV series with an actor from that 70s show as its poster boy. And I don't know about you, but I never specifically tuned into MTV to watch Yo Mama. This was one of those shows that for sure came on after Robin Big, and you were too lazy to reach for the remote, so you just...
Nah, I tuned into this show. Some of these people were funny. Some of these people was like, yeah, you reaching with that joke. But some of these niggas was on point. I think Carlos from 85 South Show was on here one time. I also think Tiffany Haddish was on here one time. Don't mistake me. I know. I believe Carlos Miller was on here once.
Just said F it and left it on. Even when I first watched this show over 15 years ago, the actual jokes told during the battles only made me laugh like 10% of the time. It's no surprise that when you take a bunch of people who seemingly don't know each other at all,
I know that wasn't who I thought it was.
Smack on one another, they're gonna drop the most lowbrow jokes possible.
Yo, didn't I see you last week? I kicked this dude out my house for trying to cook one of my dogs. Shawty. Man,
y'all gotta stop being soft. Yeah, is that damn, what's his name? Homie that be is that damn, I forgot his name. Was it Tamir or something like that? I know that ain't who I think it is. I know that ain't who I think it is.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
I know that ain't homie from damn, I forgot his name, but I know that ain't who I think it is.
People who seemingly don't know each other at all and ask them to talk smack on one another.
Yeah, that's why I say, man, it was a lot of comedians that you see now, like a lot of comedians that you know now was on this show.
They're gonna drop the most lowbrow jokes possible.
Yo, didn't I see you last week? I kicked this dude out my house for trying to cook one of my dogs. Shawty.
Bruh, y'all gotta stop being serious. Y'all gotta stop being so sensitive, bro. Just let these people go on with their jokes, man. Y'all niggas, man. Y'all sensitive, soft ass niggas, man. Y'all can't take a fucking joke, man. So what? Oh, but if it was a black person, if the joke is funny, I'm gonna still laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, this joke didn't age well. Obviously, it didn't age well, but man, let them niggas get it on, man. It's the 2000s, man. This is how we talk back then, and you couldn't take it. This is why niggas got roasted every day. Because when we pointed out the sensitive motherfuckers, because I'm gonna tell you right now, as a person who used to roast niggas in the back of the classroom with the niggas that was roasting each other, listen, we all had respect for one another. So when we got to a roasting session with each other, it was like a main event. It was like, oh, let's get ready to rumble. It was like that. But we always point out the sensitive motherfuckers first. Why? Because the sensitive motherfuckers is the easiest targets. And you can't say that about me. You shouldn't say that about me. How dare you say that about me? Like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
But Yo Mama was at its best when a contestant delivered what they expected to be an epic slam, only to fall flat on their face.
Yo, your mama's teeth so gapped, she got a floss with a tube sock.
Boo!
That being said, these little videos that introduced the contestants were absolutely hilarious.
My name is Aaron, and boy, my mom's not fat, so I don't know what people today will be talking about.
What's up, MTV? My name is Nate, and I'm here holding it down for Brooklyn Heights.
You could tell some of these was like the producers of the show, just trying to fill in for spots.
Promenade to the court. Yes.
This is a producer.
It's your boy Rich holding it down for the dirty.
Yeah, this is a producer. Yeah, these are paid actors or producers, bro.
Another part of the show that wasn't executed very well was the portion where contestants searched for dirt on their opponent in their living space. MTV has been known to plant items for added entertainment value, but I don't think they did that for every episode of Yo Mama, because some of these scenes were just so lame.
Hey, Rob, do you swing? What? You know, swing. Whee!
Unfortunately, Yo Mama was officially canceled after wrapping up its third and final season in December of 2007, sending shockwaves to Yo Mama joke enthusiasts all over the world. The show's website, which allowed users to submit their own Yo Mama jokes, continued to operate until it was permanently shut down in 2009. But its influence on the world of comedy will never be forgotten. This last forgotten MTV show was just too big for me to introduce by myself.
Nigga, didn't nobody forget this show. Everybody, according to Snoop, apparently according to Snoop, they were supposed to do a second season, but they wasn't gonna pay him no money. He made MTV all that money and they didn't pay him. They didn't up his pay. So he was like, man, fuck showbiz. I ain't doing that shit.
Myself.
And I can't say that I blame him. Like, if I have the highest rated show on your network and you still gonna pay me the same amount that you was gonna pay me for the first season, yeah, fuck y'all. Fuck that shit. I don't blame Snoop Dogg at all. I don't blame him at all. Get your money by any means.
So I've called in a special guest to help me out. Take it away, Snoop.
What up? It's the one and only Snoop D-O-double-G. My boy Media Pastimes called me in to introduce this part of the episode. I hosted an MTV show back in the day called Doggy Fizzle Televizzle. That show was the shizzle. Alright, I gotta go. Martha Stewart and I have a cake to bake. Peace.
Doggy Fizzle Televizzle was a sketch comedy show hosted and produced by Snoop Dogg. Looking back on it now, this is one of the biggest examples of MTV dropping the ball on something that had the potential to become a massive success.
Don't change the diesel, turn it up a little. This is the bizzle, Snoopy Deagle double jizzle.
Yeah.
Yes, off the hizzle, for shizzle, for brizzle.
Yeah, before there was a Chappelle show, there was this right here. Before there was a Chappelle show, there was this. Yeah, bruh. Snoop had one. Yeah, they had one right here. All they had to do was just pay Snoop. All they had to do was just pay Snoop and he would have showed up.
This is the show we call Doggy Fizzle.
After the show opens up with a theme song that has been stuck in my head all week, Snoop rolls up to the stage in his 1974 Cadillac that he refers to as the Snoop DeVille and introduces the first segment of the program. In this sketch, Snoop swings by a retirement home to spend the day with some elderly folks, and it was just as hilarious as it sounds. First, they hit up a restaurant where he sipped on some prune juice, and of course he wanted some gin to go with it. They hit the dance floor before heading out to a pharmacy to buy some mobility scooters, and finished the day with some Fast and Furious parking lot racing. Based on this first segment and some of the other ones that I've watched where Snoop interacts with the public, a show that focused on that concept alone would have been absolutely brilliant. But the rest of the show was mostly comprised of fully scripted segments. Doggy Fizzle Televizzle aired 2 years before Chappelle's show came out, and comparisons have always been drawn between the two series because some of the best sketches this show had to offer felt like they would have fit right in on that show.
What up, cuz? Big Snoop Dogg at MTV in the hizzle for shizzle. About to flip the script on this make your house doggy style. You know what I'm talking about, man?
Wait. I never contacted MTV.
Hold on, man. We contacted you. Sit your hot ass down over there.
Even though Snoop was the star of the show, the series was actually co-created by Vernon Chapman and John Lee. And that explains a lot because some of these segments are nothing short of absurd. And those guys co-created another MTV show called Wonder Showzen, which was absolutely insane. Vernon Chapman also wrote some of the skit concepts for the original Jackass movie, so naturally they did a parody of it called Blackass with appearances by Steve-O and Wee Man. But what exactly happened to this show? Why wasn't it renewed for a second season? Well, MTV has always been a bit weird about publishing their audience ratings, so I don't have any concrete viewership statistics for the show, but in a 2005 interview with The Guardian, Snoop said that Doggy Fizzle Televizzle received great reviews and great ratings. Obviously, take that with a grain of salt because it's coming from the man himself. He's probably not going to talk badly about a show that he hosted. But when discussions about a second season of the series began, Snoop understandably asked for a bit of a pay increase in a total amount of, as he put it, like $1 million. He didn't clarify that statement any further, but he most likely meant $1 million per episode. And I want you to remember that by that point, Snoop had been involved with the music industry for over 10 years, appeared in a bunch of movies and TV shows, and most importantly, Doggy Fizzle Televizzle aired on Sunday nights at 10 p.m. Even though the show ran during spring and summer when people aren't necessarily glued to their TVs, that is a prime time slot. It had to have done at least pretty well. But based on his salary demands, MTV chose not to renew the show. Like I said, without concrete viewership ratings, it's hard to tell whether or not that was a smart or dumb decision on MTV's part, but I'm gonna go with the latter of the two. Despite all of that, Snoop did eventually host another show for MTV, 2009's Dog After Dark. From what I could tell, this was very similar to Doggy Fizzle Televizzle, except it took place in a nightclub and mostly focused on celebrity interviews. There aren't any full episodes of this show online, so I can't judge its quality. Doggy Fizzle Televizzle, on the other hand, is almost completely available for free on YouTube, and I definitely recommend checking it out if you want something similar to Chappelle's show. I'll leave a link to the show down below.
Man, MTV dropped the ball on that one. I don't care what anybody say. But anyways, that just gonna about do it for this one. Most definitely, man. Hey, MTV has some gems, bro. It was a basketball show too that they aired on here too. But I probably have to look it up. But anyway, so that just gonna about do it for this one, man. I'll see you all in the next one. Till then, Peace out.